bigger than you, obviously. You know, even if it's not, you know, for me.
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles setting this. Let's take a look at our starters from Portland. Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Jones. And it's Trent in at the 2. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard. Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Back to Lillard from the arc. Rebound the Lakers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
And that's just the communication and the energy. It just seemed non-existent on defense, and that can't happen. Not at this level.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Again, the miss by Lillard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Encouraging to see Lillard focus on improving his defense, showing solid instincts to come up with that steal.
Back to Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside. Gasol in the high post, stolen by Kanter. Lillard against Schroeder, and stolen by LeBron. And they're pushing it up. Shoots over Covington. Los Angeles with another miss. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. To the wing right side. Lillard from outside. Here's Kanter. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
Schroeder against Lillard. And the shot goes down. Lillard's got 6 points. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
And you love to get Gasol these high percentage looks. I mean, he doesn't miss many from these looks.
Trent passes to Kanter. Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard attacking, and Gasol sends it back. Caldwell Pope outside. And that one's good. Schroeder.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard way outside. Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from Kanter. Kanter's got his second basket of the game.
Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. Tough.
Morris dishes to Gasol. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Three-pointer, Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now here's Schroeder. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. Count it.
Gotta admire the focus. James not allowing the D to get the better of him.
Lillard outside. The three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian Lillard...
I'm training summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. As the second quarter getting going right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a rollout on this team.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of this.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line. And Simon's a bit undersized at that two-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Kuzma with it. Cantor cover. Back to Kuzma. Pass to Caruso. This one for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range, and there's no hand in his face.
Here's Simons. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. And they have certainly been looking locked in offensively.
They sure have. Staying aggressive and playing under control.
Back to Harrell. It's deflected.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. He's been making a better effort.
Here's Hood. Makes it off the glass. Hood's got his first bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Caruso. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D from Cantor. Here's Simons. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Improving as a distributor, it helps when Hood tries to share it like this.
Kuzma outside. Pass to Caruso. Harrell down low. He's against Cantor. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Harrell. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 7 rebounds in the game. Got a hand on it. James outside. And foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the pass to Schroeder. Over Lillard. Kept alive. Harrell kicks to LeBron. And the Lakers with another miss.
I thought that one was going to go down. Mid-range jumpers. Oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And it's Harrell missing.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion in protecting the rim right there.
And you look at Robert Covington, first-team All-Defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
LeBron passes to Harrell. 1:05 left to play here in the half. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside. And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Lillard against Schroeder. Up again, and Covington stays with it.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here is Morris. 11-point game his last outing. Schroeder against Lillard.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
And then Lillard slams it in.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. Harrell kicks to Morris. LeBron dishes to Harrell. Good D by Covington.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
That's a 2 from Lillard. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Poke loose. And so it's Portland in the driver's seat. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, Kent. Well, he's been an elite scorer for so long in the league. Jack, how did... And that does it for our...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Lakers trail by 8. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Caldwell Pope. James, the pass to Gasol. Out to Morris. In the corner, it's James. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Schroeder against Lillard. Feeds to Jones. Passes to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. It's stolen by Schroeder. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Lillard finds Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. And Kanter able to finish. Kanter's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. The drive by James. Good on the shot. LeBron's got 10.
Well, James is superb at scoring the ball, especially when he gets a pick, giving him all the room he needs.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. The feed to Lillard. Dishes it to Cantor. Back to Lillard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Friday, they'll defend home court against the Indiana Pacers. And then on Monday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, not going to be an easy one for them. We know about the struggles they've had of late, and having to deal with the back end of the back-to-back is never fun.
Now, here's Gasol. He averages about 5 points a game. On the clock. Outside for Caldwell Pope. He's off on that one. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Jones finds Lillard. Buries it from three-point range. 16 points for him.
The star just keeps rising for Damian Lillard. Heck of a talent with tremendous range.
And stolen by Lillard. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Out to the right wing. Cantor dishes to Lillard. And then Lillard slams it in.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
LeBron with it. Cantor covering. And the dunk by LeBron.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard the pass to Cantor. Here's Trent. Lillard outside for three. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 11. LeBron trying to free himself up. They get the rebound. Morris dishes to LeBron. Launches a three. Can't get it to go. He's made four and just missed his fourth. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 20. And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Tries it from 19. And too long on the shot. Lakers trail by 11. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Covington kicks to Lillard. .34 seconds left in the third quarter. And it's Lillard again missing.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Caldwell Pope with a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 11. Pass to Cantor. Now Lillard. James covering. Back to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
In the corner, it's James. Up in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be different. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Caruso in at the 1. That's the Laker 5.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
Poked away. Out to Kuzma. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season. Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
I mean, you can't allow Covington to beat you on the drive. Given his athleticism, you have to clog up these lanes.
Lakers working the ball around now. Gasol kicks to Kuzma. Gasol against Cantor. Out to Kuzma.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Gasol finds Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Kuzma's got his first bucket in this one.
Awesome at keeping his balance. Sometimes guarding Kuzma is impossible for the defense.
Lillard surveying the D. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 23.
And they're going to have to pay closer attention to him beyond the arc. I mean, he's got 2 threes in this half, a total of 3 overall.
Harrell, the pass to Caruso. Back to Harrell. Kuzma outside. Harrell kicks to Caruso. Left side Gasol. The pass to Horton Tucker. Shoots over Lillard. Harrell. Great positioning on the putback.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Now, here's Lillard. Beyond the arc. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Horton Tucker, and they pick up 2.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
.139 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Passes it to Covington. Kicks it out to Lillard. Bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Portland.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Lillard.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring. Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
.44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope to the right side. Now the dish to Anthony. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive. Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the limp to be the first one to it.
And finished off by LeBron.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Feeds to Carmelo. Launches it. Drills it from outside.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us.
draftees that you were looking or excited to see in the draft pool or to play in the 2K League next season?
A couple of guys that I'm excited to play against or excited just to see in the league in general. You got Crazy, who's probably going to go number one. No Love Czar. He's a guy that he's been playing for years. I'm excited just to play against him. Glow the Real, another guy, really good player. Time's finally up.
The beaches of Santa Monica. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Lou Williams.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've got Enes Kanter. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. Here's Here's Trent, defended by Batum. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
A skilled pick-and-roll player, Cantor has great sense of timing and the ability to convert.
George looking over the floor. A three from Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down. Blazers on offense. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Shot clock at 2. Tries from 10. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Outside Leonard. You know, at this point of the year, what's the main thing Grant, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
I think at this point, the foundation that you've laid should be there. So now what you try to do is schematically, maybe you go through some different defensive coverages. You try some different combinations of players to make sure that guys can make that adaptability quick enough that if that becomes part of a playoff scheme, you're ready for it.
Lillard with the bucket.
Smart and aggressive. Lillard repeatedly dominating the pick and roll set.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Lillard. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game.
I don't think he even feels that kind of contact. His focus is just too good inside. Nothing a defense can do.
Leonard against Jones. Leonard the pass to Batum. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Lillard scanning the floor. Kicks it to Cantor. Pass to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Beverly against Lillard. Pass to George. We've got 1:48 left here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, it was weird because it looked like the defense was ready for the move, but Paul George had a little something extra for him.
Lillard against Beverly. Lillard the pass to Covington. Outside Leonard. Beverly for three. Ibaka controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Lillard with the bucket.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Jones against Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland, trailing by 2. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Passes it to Trent. Back to Jones. Now the pass to Trent. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Because of Paul George's athleticism, he can do a lot of things. He turns guys over. He blocks shots. He's got great hands. He affects a lot defensively.
Damian Lillard told us before the game when asked
Humble beginnings. You know, I'm from
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a five-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Morris is out there with Kennard. Then it's Williams. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So it's Portland now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Outside Hood. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Hood drives in, trying to find Cantor, gets it to him, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Pass to Morris. Taken away by Anthony. And here we go, Anthony heading to the hoop. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
I can't take Melo for granted on defense. That time with the active hands to help come away with the steal.
To the middle. Here's Zubac. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Here's Williams. Portland making their last shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game, because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
And Portland has possession after the Clippers pick up 2. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Good. Cantor's got it all tied up now for the Trailblazers.
Such a skilled offensive player. Enes Kanter is not just a threat from the inside. He's got a little mid-range, too.
Here's Morris. An easy 2 points on the layup. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Now here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Cantor kicks to Jones. It's hauled in by the Clippers. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Right side, Williams.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Anthony finds Hood. And the basket is good.
You got to remember, Rodney Hood, 6'8", so he has the size needed to be a factor on the inside if he stays aggressive.
Williams passes to Zubac. That one falls. Zubac has got 6 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Simons. Down low. And Cantor throws it down.
Heads-up play by Rodney Hood.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Cantor against Williams. That shot, no good. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Anthony kicks to Jones. Anthony against Morris. Jones. Here's Cantor. Out to Hood. And another shot. Kennard with the rebound.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Morris passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Out to Hood. Back to Anthony. It could go. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They're in good position. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the two-guard spot.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Lillard attacking. Kanter kicks it out to Lillard. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside, George. And yes, it's good. George has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Beverly against Lillard. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
George, and he lays it straight in. George has got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Right side, Covington passes it to Kanter. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
This Kanter right now has confidence, and that can grow in big ways for him and put up big numbers.
George dishes to Ibaka. Back to George. The tray. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Anthony's checked in for Jones. Trailblazers trail by 4. 3-pointer Lillard. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's George, and that one good.
His range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And the basket by Lillard.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive. For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Rodney Hood's checked in for Kanter. Outside for George. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard from deep three-point land. It doesn't go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. 1:32 left to play in the third. And stolen by Hood. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Simons is checked in. Williams scanning the floor. The shot by George, wide open. No good with the triple. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. 6-point game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Lillard just a menace when he's driving inside, forces the D to act, which is why he gets those calls.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Williams kicks to Leonard. And he goes big with the dunk right over Robert Covington.
Kind of fun when you see his personality come out in this game like that.
Lillard against Williams. Here's Covington. And he gets the whistle. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Lillard outside. No good from outside.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. There's the pass to Morris. Just 3 on the clock. Here's Zubac. Off target. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers lead by 6. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams at the point. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Damian Lillard. Clippers shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Lillard against Williams. Zubac, the pass to Williams. The 3 from George. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Lillard against Williams. And then Lillard slams it in.
Lillard just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
Here's George, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
That free throw missing for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris, and it's Patrick Beverly in for Williams.
Well, just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Shooting, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here is George. Defense right on him, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, I think you got to be cautious when you guard Paul George. He's not afraid of the contact, and that time welcomed it.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Here's Lillard. Lays it up off the glass. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's the Clippers now. The lead is 2. Here's Leonard, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And he's so good coming off the pick and roll, but what do you have to take away? There's so many ways Leonard can hurt you offensively.
Lillard against Beverly. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 17 points here in the second half. And Los Angeles guys shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Right side, George. And George with the stuff.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
Lillard against Beverly. Steps back and fires. And it's Lillard missing.
That's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
To the inside, Batum, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking, a great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Kicks it out to Lillard. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Offensive rebound, and Cantor able to finish.
He's a scorer, and stepping up this time, Cantor with a big one.
1:14 left in the fourth quarter, and out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in. Beverly against Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 29.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Outside, George. Good!
That is world class. Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Lillard from outside. Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. 5 on the clock. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Leonard, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Now, quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better. Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers, trailing by 5. And a miss there on the triple. And here's George. Leonard with no one around. Misses. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Now a look at the stats for Luka Doncic.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Damian Lillard, Anthony out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Trent in at the 2. And for Dallas, They've got Richardson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at small forward. They get it again. Richardson gets a wide-open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. To the left wing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor. You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
And there's the pass to Jones. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Jones with the stuff.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Kanter, excellent with that read.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. The Trailblazers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Lillard against Richardson. Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Now, here's Lillard. D right on him. Shot clock at 3. Kanter. Lillard finds Kanter. Jones looking for an opening. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Kanter. And that one goes long. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position. Not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And that one's good. Doncic.
Boy, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
Now, here's Lillard. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Back to Kanter. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Richardson the pass to Doncic. The putback knocked away. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. From deep. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Lobs it up for Kanter. Pass to Trent. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Passes to Finney-Smith. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know, I think they really want Richardson to be a leader of this team. And the best way to do it really is by sharing the ball, keep everybody involved in the offense.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
So it's Richardson with the jam.
Yeah, Richardson's got a nice vertical now, and you saw it right there.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Lillard outside. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Over to the wing. Outside, Jones. Clock at 6. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. The drive by Doncic. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. It's good. This game is all even.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And it's Lillard missing. From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. It's a tie game in Dallas. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell is out there with Johnson. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Richardson. And it's Brunson in at the point. And here's Covington after Tim Hardaway made that last three-pointer. Hardaway against Covington. Back to Canner. And Canner throws it down.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Brunson with it. Now Anthony defending. Pass to Hardaway. Brunson scanning the floor. Floats one. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his fourth rebound in this one. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Hood. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Richardson. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
That time Richardson defaulted to the mid-range shot. We know he can shoot them from deep, but mixing in that mid-range, it'll keep the defense off balance.
Covington passes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys. Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
The pass to Simons. Good on the wing. Covington dishes to Cantor. Here's Simons. Tries again. Powell pulls it in.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Here's Hardaway. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
Yeah, it was a narrow win. But at that last meeting, I think foul trouble for the other side may have really just tipped the scale and allowed them to escape with the W.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
Dallas making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Dallas.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Johnson. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Trent's checked in.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Mavericks making the shot. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard.
Just focusing on the task at hand That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. They get it back. Howell to the paint. Here's Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
Boy, the take charge mentality of Doncic on display there. The quick fire approach demonstrates his confidence.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Powell, and Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Shot from 12. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Doncic has got 6 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Here's Brunson. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Lillard, right side. And the shot goes in. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
So the clock runs out with the score. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sport.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They're in good position at the half after a second quarter that was dead even in scoring. And from what we saw so far, and that
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Derek Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2 spot. Lillard finds Kanter. Portland moving the ball around. And then Lillard slams it in.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
Pass to Doncic. And it's blocked. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Here's Doncic. He's got 8. Just 5 on the clock. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Dallas needs to get off a shot. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike? And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them Think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Inside, out to Anthony. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And he's going up for the alley-oop.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Simons the pass to Cantor. Pass to Trent. Here's Simons. Feeds it to Cantor. Shot clock at 6. Trent passes to Cantor. Lays it up and banks it in. 6 points for Enes Kanter. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Johnson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Brunson, good. And the Mavericks lead by 8. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Lillard scanning the floor. He dishes it to Covington. Back to Lillard. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Here's Brunson. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. That's going to send Damian Lillard to the free throw line. It's on Porzingis. And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And Burke has it in the corner. Puts up a 3. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Trailblazers trail by 5. Jones dishes to Carmelo. Lillard against Johnson. With the floater, and Lillard lays it up and in. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson finds Burke. Traps in the tray. Here's Lillard. He's got 24. Dishes to Covington, and he gets contact, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so it's Dallas holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Powell in at the 4 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Fires the 3, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And Willie Cauley Stein gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Richardson, he's checked in for James Johnson. And a switch here also for Portland. Cantor's checked in. Hood kicks to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. He feeds it to Cantor. Hardaway with the steal. Brunson against Jones. Hardaway from outside. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Lillard. Up and in on the layup. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Hardaway against Jones. Hardaway passes to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Lillard from outside. The offensive rebound. He can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 8. Lets it fly from 18. Here's Cauley Stein. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's on Damian Lillard.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Jalen Brunson. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Portland with a change here, too. Trent's checked in. The pass to Jones. To the inside. Here's Cantor. Takes it out to Covington. Back to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Covington dishes to Cantor. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Porzingis against Jones. Covington with the steal. And here comes the break. Here's Trent. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Boy, one of the things about Covington is that his length bothers the opposing players. I mean, he's somebody that takes defense seriously and looks to pilfer the ball whenever he can.
Cantor against Marjanovic. The dish to Cauley Stein. Knocks it loose. And here again, the Trailblazers in transition. Up the court they go. Count it. Good.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Covington with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball. Trent can't hit. A different look for Dallas. Doncic comes in for Richardson. And it's Burke in for Cauley Stein. And Portland with a change here, too. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Burke looking over the floor. Back to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Lillard outside. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the fourth. The shot's good from Cantor. And the Mavericks with possession here. They've led by as many as 11 points. Doncic left side. And that one's good. Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there. Lillard outside.
Pass to Trent. Back to Lillard. From deep. Knocks down the three ball. Lillard's got 31 points.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And he gets it to go. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. The three from Porzingis. To the middle. Here's Doncic. From 12 feet out. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And now a 10-point Maverick lead.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. A confident win. And all right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
on social.
We're at NBA 2K_2K TV.
Thanks for watching and enjoy some 2K.
The bustling city of Portland. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2. Now here's Lillard. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. Kanter's shot is off. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Here's Schroeder. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Now the Lakers on the break. LeBron with it.
Respect. LeBron showing the artistry that other players could only dream of.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Kicks it out to Lillard. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Schroeder. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And the foul called on Markieff Morris. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. The shot by Lillard wide open. Here's Kanter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
Sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he's more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Now here's Covington after the miss from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and the foul called on Markieff Morris. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
Now here's Kuzma. He's coming off a 25-point game against Sacramento. Here's Horton Tucker. Goes back up. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. LeBron against Jones. Kanter kicks to Anthony. Back to Kanter. Pass to Simons. Anthony in the corner. Offensive rebound. Kanter. Basket good. Kanter's got 6 points.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now here's Kuzma. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Hero and Kanter pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Anthony down low. He's against Kuzma. And it's Simons missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Caruso. And Kuzma has it in the corner. To the paint. Here's Harrell. On the wing, James. And he banks in the layup. 6 points for LeBron. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Now the feed to Cantor. Passes it to Simons. A second chance effort. Out to Anthony. The pass to Hood. It's Anthony with the drive. Here's Cantor. Rebound by Harrell. Lakers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Jones finds Cantor. Now Anthony. 3 seconds left. No good at the rim. It's all tied in Portland. And don't go away. We'll be back at the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former team.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019. Largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former defensive players of the year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
And they have the guys to do it. Play to your strengths, and they can make up for some of your weaknesses.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, Anthony is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Trent's checked in, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Offensive rebound. Over in the corner, Lillard. Off target from three-point range. The Lakers in the lead. Out to Morris. Pulls it from 20. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defenses, protecting the rim, closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Good on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. Here's Covington. Pass to Trent. Outside Hood. Now Lillard. 5 to shoot. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Count it.
What you know about Marc Gasol's game is he has a fantastic feel working down there in the interior.
Schroeder against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now here's Gasol. He averages about 5 points a game. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Gasol. Schroeder's got 4 points in the quarter. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Anthony finds Lillard. Now here's Covington. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Second chance shot. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
And playing with a lot of fire now. They had a tough start in that first quarter. Didn't shoot it well, but didn't let that discourage them. And now they're showing what they can do offensively.
Here's Caruso. Off target from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Unselfish play by Hood. Could take it himself, but finds the open man.
Here's Caruso. Portland making their last shot. Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one. And it's Portland the other way. Now Lillard. He's got 10. From deep. But they recover it. Covington passes to Hood. Three-pointer, Lillard. Morris with the rebound. Lakers trail by 4. Caldwell Pope right side. Morris with the bucket.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Lillard with it, and then Lillard slams it in.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish? And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folk.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Checking out the group for Frank Vogel to start the second half. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Lillard, right side. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Lillard. The Lakers trail. Here's the break. Here's LeBron. Again, the Lakers.
Nice touch on the jumper. Even at this stage in his career, LeBron's floor spacing ability continues to evolve.
LeBron's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Outside, Covington. Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Lillard outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
And for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. You know, Smitty, a simple approach does wonders for him.
Kevin, you applaud the maturity of KCP to realize that. He knew he needed to change his game to improve. Focusing on making the easy play has made him a very valuable member of this team.
Simons, the pass to Covington. Lillard from outside. And no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
It's a tight contest. Those type of plays can fire up your team and swing momentum.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Lillard against Schroeder. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Count that one. Covington's got his second bucket of the night.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
Back to Kuzma. Schroeder, left side. LeBron outside. Pass to Horton Tucker. And here is Harrell. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Horton Tucker, that's good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lillard dishes to Covington. Taken away. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Shoots over Lillard. Tips it. And Kuzma stays with it.
And at Kuzma's size, he could do more of this. Crash the offensive glass, keep the possession alive.
Lillard against Schroeder. Down low. Here's Covington. Rebounded by the Lakers. Now the Lakers on the break. LeBron leading the charge. And James throws it down.
That was a great job creating in transition. LeBron, using his speed, puts himself in a position to attack.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
Back to Harrell. Lakers passing it around. It's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. Here's LeBron. The shot off that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Lillard, the pass to Covington. Yep, that one goes. Covington's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
To the inside.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far with this 4th quarter. Sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Rodney Hood. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. LeBron kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Caruso. Morris outside. Now the pass to Gasol. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. That three off the mark. Portland leading by 3. Over in the corner, Lillard. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Lillard's got 24.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Pass to Caruso. To the paint. Stolen by Cantor. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard from outside. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. James dishes to Gasol. Back to James. Pass to Gasol. They need this. And the layup's good off the glass. And that's now 6 points for Marc Gasol.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Here's Lillard. Cantor kicks to Hood. Passes it to Lillard. Here's Cantor. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 8. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive.
And you see the quickness of KCP bursting to the rim.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. Lillard outside. And there's the pass to Cantor. Gasol with the steal. Here's James. Caruso, the pass to James. Oh, good on the three.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense.
Cantor finds Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy. And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
He has led this team in rebounding and also taken on the role of enforcer.
Anthony, the pass to Lillard. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And now an 11-point Portland lead. LeBron outside. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And again, the Lakers no good. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Here's Lillard, and Portland again with the bucket.
And it was going back and forth there for a while, but now starting to just stretch out that lead a bit. They're definitely looking like the better team.
James looking it over. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
I'll tell you, trying to guard LeBron, it's easy to get frustrated, and it's been that way all night.
Lillard outside. And Lillard throws it down.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Trailblazers.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only one left to play.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Damian Lillard.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it again. Another shot, and the layup is good. Lillard's got 38 points.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And he can't get the first one.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Simons. From past the arc. Doesn't go that time. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage. And all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for Paul George.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2-guard spot. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
George finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out.
Well, Paul George has always had that aspect to his game. The mid-range, where he can be efficient and effective, is absolutely on point.
Now here's Lillard. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. Stolen by Kanter. Good work there as it goes. Kanter's got his second basket of the night.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
6 to shoot. Tries again. And Lillard gets it to go.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And George, here we go. And again, the Clippers turn it over. Around halfway through the season, and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You look at the Clippers. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Trailblazers, a game and a half out.
And when you look at the Clippers, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Lillard surveying the D. Passes it to Kanter. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. The 3 from George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 5 now. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Leonard with the ball. Jones covering. Leonard attacking. Fouled in the act of shooting. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now, here is Morris. After Enes Kanter's miss. Takes a three. Morris, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Kanter, the pass to Covington. Dishes it to Kanter. Kennard with the rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Leonard attacking. Count that one. Leonard's got 8.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
Here's Simons. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. It's stolen by Morris. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he...
I look to the times where...
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. They've got Jackson. Morris is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Williams at the 1 spot. Now here's Hood. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Thursday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, this is a game that they are expected to win. But sometimes those are the kind of games where you get a little bit sloppy and start looking ahead. Either way, they'll need to put in tremendous effort to walk away with the victory.
Now, here's Zubac. Outside for Jackson. That's a 2 from Kennard. Here's Zubac. Kennard on the wing. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Tries yet again. It's deflected.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Enes.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
A different look now for Portland. Trent's checked in, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for the Clippers, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Luke Kennard. And Georgia subbed in for Williams. And it's Lillard missing.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
George with the ball. Jones covering. Count the basket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Three-pointer, Lillard. Portland again missing.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate. Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Anthony against George. All alone. It's hauled in by Trent.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit. Who knows? But he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
The feed to Cantor. Can they get it? And Cantor throws it down.
Well, the 7-footer showing how easy it can be. Enes Kanter, aggressive.
Outside Jackson. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jackson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Lillard dishes to Cantor. Back to Lillard. Three-pointer. Morris with the rebound.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
George with the ball. Cantor covered. George against Cantor. George, no good.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Cantor, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
Boy, it's got to be so frustrating for him. As hard as he has worked, doing everything he can to help his team, just heartbreaking.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for Morris. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. No good on the shot. And it's Portland the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Portland shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Lou Williams is checked in for Nicholas Batum.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Kennard's checked in.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 Finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Damian Lillard. Leonard on the wing.
Yeah, this is when Melo's at his best, when he's active on both ends of the floor.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, would you... And...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland, they've got Jones. Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Trent in at the 2. Lillard against George, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now Lillard, he's got 14. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
And that too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Lillard attacking. Here's Kanter. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Leonard. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And the basket by Lillard.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
Leonard against Covington. George, that's a 2-pointer. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 9 points.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
Beverly against Lillard. Here's Kanter. Right wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Inside. Stolen by Beverly. Stolen by Kanter. Covington finds Kanter. Here's Lillard. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage, skilled at drawing contact. And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Serge Ibaka. What's the news, David?
Hey, guys, the head athletic trainer of the Clippers was able to update me on the situation. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. They're going to keep him off the court for the time being, and they don't rule out the possibility they will have to miss a few more games as a result. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Offensive rebound. 1:25 left here in the third quarter. Clock at 6 to the middle. Zubac the pass to George. It's tipped. Pass to Lillard. Basket counts.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
Williams scanning the floor. Pass to Zubac. Back to Williams. It's George on the wing. He's got 11. And the Clippers miss again.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the length of Kawhi Leonard twice on the pipes with that 7'3" wingspan.
But they get it back. Zubac. Batum wide open. He fires. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Batum's got his first 2 points.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Lillard outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Right side, Batum. George, that's a 2-pointer. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a... And let's listen to head coach Terry Stotts review the game plan with this guy.
Look, we're struggling. Ball's not going. Keep being aggressive.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Lou Williams out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Roaming the paint.
He is putting you in a bind because Lou Williams' passing ability sets up his scoring in the pick and roll.
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
Jackson kicks to Morris. The Clippers get another chance here. Here's the pass to Kennard. Had the space there, but it's offline. And so Hood will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 1-point game. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Jackson has the open look, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Lillard, the pass to Cannon. To tie it up. Lillard misses. Los Angeles leading by 3. Kennard, the pass to Morris. A steal. It's 2-on-1. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
And stolen by Lillard. To take the lead, he lays it in. Lillard's got 13 points in the second half.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
So savvy inside for a player of his size and tough. Williams will do whatever it takes.
Lillard with it, guarded now by Morris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 29.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Williams. Sweet little floater. And the Clippers lead by 1.
If you need a bucket under big-time pressure, Lou Williams is your guy.
Lillard on top. Zubac defending, and Kanter throws it down.
Wow, the maturation of Enes Kanter, so fun to watch. The comfortability in a big-time moment, love it.
Williams passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
In matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Back to Lillard. Down low. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, there is something special about the way Enes Kanter performs on the offensive end. He is a tough cover.
For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Paul George in for Jackson.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Outside, George. Over Trent. Again, Los Angeles.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
Lillard attacking Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Going to the rack with energy. Isn't the D afraid to cut him off?
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
It's good on the putback. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Leonard on the wing. Over Jones. Here's Zubac. Here's George. It's good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Lillard against Williams. Great tee that time from Batum. So it's the Clippers now. Ahead. Leonard looking over the floor. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. Goes back up. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Good!
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Lillard with it. Kicks it to Kanter. Lets the three fly. Misses the three. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire...
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Richardson. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. And for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Trent in at the two-guard position. Now here's Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
Porzingis with the steal. A step-back shot here. Richardson, good.
Well, give Richardson credit. I mean, the pull-up is a tough shot, but he's got it down.
Here is Lillard. Last time out, he had 44 points. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. First trip to the line for him here.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
He throw good, Damian Lillard.
And what I love about Lillard now, I mean, the excellence. He's so consistent. That's how you do it. You come out, you bust your butt, and you compete at a high level every night. His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Marjanovic passes to Brunson, and Jones sends it back. Here's Doncic. Unable to get that one. Excellent D from Kanter. Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against Oklahoma City. Here's Covington. Back to Kanter. Kicks it out to Lillard. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Lillard attacking. Here's Kanter.
A strong defender. Richardson's length, speed, and quick instincts annoy shooters on the way up.
Doncic right side. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
And they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
You think about how many minutes that cost their starters. No question that had an impact on such a close game.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws here tonight. And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in, so he gets them both. For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. They trail by 6. Lillard against Richardson. Covington passes to Kanter. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good, he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
His three-point shooting is an important part of his game. Lillard has to hit that shot all night if he wants to keep the D honest.
Now here's Richardson, coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Lillard. Pass to Kanter. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Dallas moving the ball around. Porzingis doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, I felt like they attacked, but with a purpose. They knew what they wanted to accomplish coming in.
Aggressiveness is everything, and they certainly played with a ton of it to get that win.
Here's Finney-Smith following the score by Damian Lillard. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. Out to Porzingis. Goes up again. From 17 feet out. Richardson, no luck.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Shoots from 12. And again, it's Portland converting.
Oh, he's got a roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Cantor against Doncic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Doncic has got his second bucket tonight.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
And Lillard throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
And now here comes Jones leading the break. Here's Trent, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Robert Covington. Hood comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Then for the Mavericks, Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Johnson comes in for Porzingis. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Josh Richardson.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Yeah, Cantor moves so well with his team. Fluid motion hits him free for the shot.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Hardaway. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Cantor's shot is off. The Mavericks trailing.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career. Yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break. Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And, guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here is Hardaway. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma City. Pass to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Hardaway. A 3-ball. And it's Portland with the rebound. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got 4 points this quarter.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
On the wing, Johnson. Finney-Smith passes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Cantor following the score by Dallas. Left side, Hood, just 5 to shoot. Trent passes to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Johnson kicks to Brunson. The pass to Pop. Takes the 13-footer, and Cantor pulls it down. Portland leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Here's Trent. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Outside Anthony. Feeds it to Cantor. Shoots over Brunson. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here's Brunson. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Inside, Powell finds Johnson. Back to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Finney Smith can't get it to go.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Simons, the pass to Trent. Hood against Hardaway. Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Brunson, good. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game. Out to Anthony. He got it up, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points and 1 rebound. And that'll about...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
They've got Enes Kanter. Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now, here's Lillard after Enes Kanter's miss. And that one's good. Lillard.
It's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Al Richardson, he's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. And here are the Trailblazers now, following the score by Dallas. Jones with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. He kicks it to Covington. 5 to shoot. Over Porzingis. The shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Richardson finds Doncic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
That's an unforced error that will drive a coach crazy. You got to play heads up out there.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Trent passes to Lillard. Takes it from 10. Cantor's shot is off.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Now here's Covington, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
And Portland making a change here. Hood's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein's checked in. Here's Brunson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Passes to Covington. Richardson against Lillard. And the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hood dishes to Cantor, throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
You're dealing with a lot when you're guarding Cantor. Big frame, good moves, good feet, good finisher, and doesn't mind the physical battles.
Catching up on the changes for Portland, Carmelo Anthony comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Rodney Hood. The Mavericks also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Portland leading by 4. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Here's Simons, guarded by Doncic. Cantor to the inside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And all had a chance to check out stats for Covington. He's been in good form here the last few weeks. He's putting up 9 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2.5 blocks. And not many players possess his kind of ability to protect the rim. I mean, you look at the block total, pretty remarkable.
Yeah, we talk about players getting hot offensively. He's in the same kind of groove with his defense right now. He's a beast at that end of the floor.
And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. He dishes it to Covington. Back to Lillard. From deep. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Doncic finds Cauley-Stein. Here's Hardaway. Defended by Jones. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Lillard from outside. Headshot off. Mavericks trailed by 5. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Lillard scanning the floor. Outside Anthony. Lillard the pass to Covington, and that's off the glass and in. Covington's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Here's Doncic. Here's Cauley-Stein. Out to Hardaway. Richardson gets a wide open look from outside off the mark. Lillard outside. Pass to Anthony. That will count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, we've got Jalen Brunson. Marjanovic is out there with James Johnson. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Lillard from deep three-point land. The long-distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 19 points.
That gives him his second 3 of the half, with 3 total for the game.
Brunson scanning the floor. Jacks up a 3. The offensive rebound. Marjanovic kicks to Burke. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers leading by 6. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Brunson finds Johnson. Now here's Brunson. Guarded closely. The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Now here's Lillard. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And it's a 9-point Portland lead.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Pass to Burke. Back to Brunson. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Lillard, the pass to Covington. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Anthony, and Hood subbed in for Jones. Dallas also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Johnson. Josh Richardson comes in for Trey Burke. And Doncic is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Three-pointer, Lillard. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Doncic passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 rebounds. Outside, Covington. Kicks to Kanter. Lillard dishes to Kanter from outside the arc. Covington's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 5. He lobs it up, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Wow, sensing the importance. Remember, Richardson was a second-round pick. He had to fight for his spot.
Lillard, the pass to Trent. Lillard against Richardson. Lillard dishes to Kanter, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Jones checked in for Portland. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for the Mavericks. Dallas has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And it's Doncic missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're okay with it. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly again.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. That's going to send Damian Lillard to the free throw line. That one on Richardson. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play, showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Hardaway passes to Marjanovic. Stolen by Kansas. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. To the paint, it's tipped. Doncic with the steal.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Jones. And the pass to Trent. It's stolen by Marjanovic. The three for Doncic. The shot misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Lillard, the pass to Jones. From deep three-point range, Portland again missing.
No time to waste on this possession.
Yeah, they got to get into the play fast and execute. It's your only hope.
Out to the wing. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Doncic. From deep, gets the three to fall.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.